Next up, we have Mike Horton, project founder of Geodnet. Mike is a UC Berkeley trained engineer who previously co-founded Crossbow Technology, a MEMS inertial sensor company acquired by Moog in 2011. He launched Geodnet in 2021, and it has since grown into the world's largest RTK network, more than 20,000 active stations globally, built on a distributed model that is genuinely rethinking what the corrections layer underneath all of this looks like. Mike.
Thank you for the kind introduction. You know, the really interesting thing about this mapping and survey and high precision data space is that, traditionally it's been quite specific applications like, geomatics, working for the city, looking at road construction. But with robots and drones, actually that same data that was used to be used for high accuracy construction survey work is now becoming kind of part of the operating system of robots and drones. So what we as a group here are really working on, traditionally high definition mapping, is now really becoming infrastructure, core infrastructure and data products for physical AI, and physical AI being the robots and drones that will be around us, I think, in mass quantities in the future. Our goal with this network is to not make high precision something you have to think about and to plan for, but to make it a utility that you can just count on being there. Like we count on, in the modern world, being able to pick up the phone and make a phone call, turn on electricity, get power. We want you to be able to turn on your robot and have high precision data accessible to you anytime, anywhere. So what if we came up with a model where a person who was going to invest in a base station anyway could actually set that base station up permanently through an incentive mechanism and run that station as part of a globally decentralized infrastructure network? And that's where the idea of Geodnet came from. Geodnet's actually an acronym, Global Earth Observation Decentralized Network. And through that model, over 22,000 stations, now the slide's a little out of date, have been set up, covering over 150 countries and 5,000 plus cities. And so it's been able to build a very large network that really anyone can use for robotics and drones, and also for construction and survey and farming and the traditional applications for high accuracy data as well. And people can participate in the network in a variety of different ways. And what that kind of looks like is you can obviously contribute to the network by purchasing a base station and setting it up and running it as infrastructure, and you actually receive incentives to do that. And then there are people who have been validating the network, and that's really one of the ways that we validate for customers, is to let people use it for free to start. Just really short video just kind of shows you what we think about when we think about high precision. We also think a lot about consumer. This little video here is just what the difference between regular GPS, which is the purple line, and RTK in the blue line. So you can really see from a robot's point of view, like a robotic lawnmower, you want that high precision signal. Otherwise, you'll be running over the flowers, which no one wants to do. And in the world of drones, there's so many utility for high precision, whether it's precise hovering, whether it's return to home functionality, whether it's drone delivery, whether it's drone mapping, really everything a drone does, high precision XYZ position that's stable and repeatable, that centimeter accuracy just makes all drone operations better. But this type of capability is also important for mobile mapping. It's important for augmented reality. If you're trying to place the physical world and the digital world on top of each other, you need that high precision to do that. I think we will be seeing more and more robots and drones in our lives. I tell people, we come from a time where we can all remember when we didn't have, or most of us can remember when we didn't have a mobile phone. My kids can't, but we can all remember we didn't have a mobile phone. And when we got that mobile phone, that first time the Apple phone came out and the Androids came out, it really kind of changed our lives. And now we all have a collection of at least 10, 12 of these things in our homes. Well, that's where things are going with robotics. Right now, we're just at the cusp. Most people might have a Roomba, and it might sort of work most of the time. But I can promise you 10 years from now, we're all going to have a collection of robots, and they're going to work really well and be a huge part of our lives. I'm just a project creator of Geodnet. It's a community decentralized effort. But in my day-to-day life, I'm working actually in the semiconductor industry to develop a chip for the American drone industry. So one of the things that we're really excited about is bringing this high precision into an integrated circuit format to enable U.S. competitiveness in drone manufacturing. And as the previous speaker mentioned, a lot of these drones kind of started out as toys, but you can go a long ways with toys if you have the right electronics in them. So xyHT, which I'm the CEO of, is developing a drone chip, and with the goal to be able to kind of bring high precision, American-made semiconductor technology into small consumer drones. And we think that while in some cases you may have a big area to survey and you may want a big drone platform because you don't want it to change the batteries all the time, in many cases you might not. And you like to have a pocket-sized RTK drone that you could throw up and still have that access to that high precision, but also have something convenient at a consumer price point. And so to make those types of things happen, system on a chip and dense integration of electronics into a single chip format is really important, and that's something that we're working on, and xyHT has introduced now what we call an autonomous systems chip, which marries the RTK, flight control, and communications all into a single chip format.
Geodnet. Mind the sky.